Yes, I thought that the majority of his points were all started off with an excellent set of stories. Stories that we could really relate. It also charged me in the fact that many, many years ago these events happened, when he was in the first grade, and yet he still remembers and can tell it and still related to his message. To me, that was very powerful.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes?
So I think one thing which I saw was, I kind of felt good in the start when he started saying that, oh, he's obviously talking to the Bay Area audience, and then he says, oh, you people are doing great things, and it made me feel good. And also at the later when he shares a story about his friends and whether he can become a public speaker, and then say, no, you're not an astronaut and not. This is the point that gentleman shared over here, and it made us connect that, oh, we all can upgrade, we can do wonders if we just listen to ourselves. Yeah, maybe we need an upgrade of friends, or maybe we need an upgrade of ideas or whatever. So then, those kind of things, I mean, really, I was able to connect there. And
okay. Yes.
For me, there was a lot of activity here, the beginning of a stirring here, but it wasn't powerful enough so that I was pushed to act. The one thing that would have worked for me is the story of this transition from the everyday Silicon Valley overwork life into a life of inspiration at the adult level. I didn't really connect with that transition being in first grade, but if you talked about yourself or about another grown-up, somebody who came from this culture of Silicon Valley and broke through, that would have made the speech go with me. Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir.
For me, when he started with the story from the childhood in the countryside, it related to me, the rest of the generation. I come from the countryside. But the very important starting point was throwing the candies by the presidential candidate. You need the energy. But you need the energy not only when you are a child, but when you grown up also. So that was very good point I got. And it made me to think and feel. And subsequently, and he related, it is logically relating the emotion to the smartness. And the ending, that don't read but write. That is a very good message he ended with. Because most of us, like here in Silicon Valley, everybody wants to be, start a company, but you always come up with some reason not to do the things. But he gave a message, go and do the things. But finally, as he said, there was some abruptness from one message to other message. There was no good transition.
Okay. Yes.
So when he narrated the example of how in the classroom and the teacher asked him to ask the students to read a textbook or something, his hand shot up first because his emotion wanted him to raise his hand and then do that. That is something I can relate to. Even over here, it's after much prompting by you that the first person stand up and give an opinion. Right? It takes that amount of courage in order to be the first person to lead the pack, and that sort of carried through to me because I was like that. I never raised my hand. I was not the leader, and then I'm hoping by his speech and by Toastmasters I can actually lead the pack.
All right. Who else? Josephine.
Right, I felt like you had so many powerful messages in your speech. The question to me is, which one do you most want to convey to your audience? And spend more time on that message and do exactly what Vish was saying and say, okay, what do you want us to think overall? Then take away those things that don't directly contribute to that thing we want to take away, and then have us end by doing whatever you want us to do based on what we thought. I think this will also help you in terms of memorizing your speech, because the easier it flows, the easier it is for you to remember it.